Hey, you. Wake up. You on those bath salts again, huh? You smoking that Fent? Don't you lie to me. I'm here today to talk about some of the controversies surrounding Silksong right now and how just outlandish they are. There's one that I does think have merit, but the rest totally blown out of proportion. I swear to God, some of these people fell out of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down. Let's dive in. The first one that I want to talk about is the game is too cheap. There is so much fat and bloat in the gaming space today that the AAA publishers have just gone buck wild with it. I think it's time that someone brought them down to what games should be. They should be affordable for everyone. We want you to play our game, not pay for every single reload. Some of these people's heads are so far up their asses and they're just sniffing their own farts all the time. I swear to God. Silksong, very affordable. Not every game can afford to be this cheap. I get that. But they started off with Hollow Knight, $15 through Kickstarter. Use that massive success to build Silksong. Could they have charged up the wazoo for it? Sure. But no, they're gamers too. How dare you go after and try to attack them for this love letter that they just gave to all of us. Now, I don't think every game should be $20, but the ridiculous climbing rates that games have gone up to now of like $80, $90 for a game that is still absolutely riddled with bugs and horrible frame rates is just ridiculous. I think the price model complaint is absolute no. Moving on. One of the other big complaints, mostly from indie developers, is that the game should have had more lead time. And I definitely understand that this game has pushed back multiple games just so that their titles can get, their day in the sun and the appreciation that they do deserve. But let's not pretend that Silksong didn't try to give us a lead time at some point. The game was already delayed for over a year. We knew it was coming out. There were some people who took off the clown makeup, but I always kept that shit on. I knew the game was coming out. It was promised as DLC in the Kickstarter for Hollow Knight eons ago. It was always going to come out in some way or form, one way or another. We were always going to get Silksong. No one thought it would take 7 years, but here we are. And we love it. It's great. 2 weeks, sure, maybe could have been a little bit longer for people to juggle things around, but what did they owe us? Really. And yes, some devs may have to push back their titles, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. What do you think is going to happen when GTA 6 comes out? The next one, and I can't believe that this is even a talking point, but I'm also not surprised. It's that the game is too hard. I'm so sorry. Is the game too hard for you? I like Team Cherry's response into how to build balancing for games. Check this out.
Tricks is you give players other options. So if they hit a wall that is really challenging, you give them something else that they can go and find or do that might give them, like, power them up a bit, give them a little edge in combat, so they don't feel like that they're at a bottleneck that is basically the rest of the game is hidden behind it.
Play the final boss, and they were like, "Here, Matt, take it." And I beat it. I was like, "Oh, it felt good." And they're like, "It's too easy." So they had William take a pass at it, make the final boss harder, and then they send it back to me. And I'm spending hours not even getting past the first phase. I'm like, "All right, I think this might be too hard, guys." And they're like, "Nah, you just need to get better." And
it was a get good situation.
Yeah, it was a get good situation. William liked to tell me get good all the time, and nobody on the whole team could beat the version they had. I was like, "See what I'm saying?" So we toned it back, except for Greg, I think, was the one who could beat it.
But that's when you know it goes too
far. Greg is just insanely good at games, and we're like, okay, if only he can beat it, it's probably too hard. Let's dial it back, and now it feels good.
The game is a Metroidvania at heart. These games are supposed to be difficult. People complained about the Souls-like genre when it first came out too. It's supposed to be a game that challenges you. That's what it is. Silksong, however, kind of started its own phenomena where everyone is just made so much hype about it. Look at like #1 wish-listed game on Steam. A ton of people are going to download the game just to be a part of the hype and realize, hey, I don't really like Metroidvanias. I don't like really difficult games. That's just the way it's going to be. Not everyone is going to like it. It's not supposed to be for everyone. I certainly don't think that means that they should be watering it down for you. This kind of broke my heart. Look at the #1 most popular mods for Silksong. All of them are to make the game easier. It is so sad. The number one complaint is it's too hard, or they want to see damage numbers, or they want to compass all the time, or the boss runbacks are too far. You're supposed to invent with the game. You're supposed to try out new things and see what works for you. It's supposed to be kind of a mystery. You're supposed to have this tension of you don't know which hit is going to be the last hit to take down the boss, so you risk a little too much. Maybe you die in the process, or maybe you get a hype moment from it. That's just the way it is. You're supposed to juggle your equipment to either know where you are all the time or memorize the maps and have something a little more powerful or something to help you collect your geo or your rosary beads. That's part of the game, baby. That's just what it is. If you don't like it, I know it is frustrating. It's supposed to frustrate you. You'll walk away a better gamer not installing these mods. As for the boss runbacks, I don't think that they're all that bad. Near almost every single boss is a shortcut or a bench. And if you're finding that not to be true, you just haven't found it yet. Go explore other things. Power yourself up a little bit. Come back. Maybe you'll find a way to get closer to the boss. And then all you have to do is run through one room and get to them. Yes, I do think Silksong is harder than Hollow Knight. The bosses are more aggressive. It's harder just to run past all of them. But it's also not impossible. It's not too tall of an order. You can easily kite people around and get enough silk to heal yourself before you go into a boss fight is necessary. I mean, I'm still only like 10 hours in, but I've never found a boss that I haven't been able to go into without being full health. Even if the game is too hard or just not to your liking, good news is it's still only $20. Now everyone can still enjoy it. Going back to the it's too cheap thing. Not everyone is gonna know if they like the game. There's no demo out for it. Make it cheap, make it affordable to everyone. I bet you didn't see Madam Web before you forked out all your doubloons on that piece of shit. Hey, at least you got to play some Silksong, join in the hype, and have more fun than the length of that movie, I bet. The last one that I do think has merit that Silksong is getting some criticism for is the Chinese translation is apparently outdated or uses some phrases that just aren't fitting. I don't know if they put it into like Google Translate or had ChatGPT. I don't read Chinese. I'm not really sure how far off base it is, but I don't think it's anything to worry about. These guys love their IP and they are dedicated. It's not like the game is done with development. They are still going to patch it. The translation will get better. It is unfortunate that it's not ready on day one, so I do think that is a valid critique, but I don't think it's the end of the world. It will improve. The game overall will improve over time. The one thing that I really hope that they don't change, though, is making the game easier. Oh my gosh. Please no. I want to leave you with one last thing that my coworker today told me, which I just thought was hilarious. That the actual boss of Silksong is communism. Oh my god, how true. I did like a speedrun skip in the beginning and opened some door with a key that cost me 500 beads right off bat before I bought any map, and I have just been on the back end of this cycle. Although yesterday I was finally able to buy 7 maps at one time, but oh my gosh, I was feeling the weight of poverty crash down on me, running blind through every room without a map. And guess what? It didn't take me using a mod to fix it. I love Silksong. I'm really excited to see how the rest of it plays out. I hope you are too. I just had to get that off my chest. Have fun. Cheers.